Okay. If the video becomes garbled, um, please blame Hewlett Packard and Best Buy because they've both told me there's nothing wrong with my computer. I've made 2 videos today and both videos have been garbled. Welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina K-R-I-S-T-I-N-A. This is where we read books and talk about books. There's no special effects going on here, no theme music, and obviously really horrible audio. So if you could please hit the like and subscribe and help me out here, maybe spread the word, maybe find somebody that can fix some of my videos. You can check out Star Trek Next Generation Rascals, or you can check out October's Flashback Monday. Both videos have audio problems at the end. You can still understand me, but there's still audio problems, something terrible. So please hit the like and subscribe. This book came out of nowhere. I'd forgotten all about it, and it got delivered. It arrived, and I'm like, oh, God, I'd forgotten about this one. This is book 5 in the Lily Adler Mysteries, and it took me a few pages to get back into it. I'm still looking for another one out there. I'll have to look for it. So this is book 5. And in the beginning, Lily is sort of tentatively romantically inclined with Jack Hartley. Lily is a widow. Her husband died a couple of years ago. And she has Amelia as her live-in companion. And she has Lady Ophelia Caraway is her friend. And then we have Captain Hartley, or Jack. And he's also Amelia's brother, and they're Native American Indian, so they also have nicknames, and sometimes I get confused by the nicknames. He doesn't refer her to as Amelia, he calls her Narrow, and sometimes I get confusing. I don't like when authors do that. When they give them characters 2 different names, it kind of confuses me. So we start the book off with, she gets a letter from a lady, unknowns to her, a strange lady she's never met before. And, she's all excited about it because, she's got advertising out there as the Lady of Quality. To the Lady of Quality, word of your reputation and insight have reached me in a roundabout way, as such things often do, and while I might at another time have abhorred the thought of approaching a stranger in such a manner based on no more than whispered gossip, my circumstances have lately become so dire that any remedy seems preferable to the results that inaction might bring. If you would be so good as to call at number 6 Walton Place, I will be at home to visitors, beginning at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I beg you will offer your assistance, or I fear I will be left to face a future of ruin and destitution, and quite possibly the loss of the love of my life. Yours, hopefully, a young, gentle woman. And I will alert you now, I won't tell you who did it, but I will probably tell you everything else from the book, but I won't tell you who did it. That I will leave that mystery up to you. So we start the book off with no murder at all. No murder at all. And this lady comes to her, Sarah Martin, and her father recently died, and her father had a very, very large estate. And apparently he changed, his will was supposed to leave it to her, and he changed his will to leave it all to his sibling brother with the intent that he would care for his daughter, Sarah, because she was making choices he didn't like for prospective husbands. So he wanted the brother to find his daughter a prospective husband that was worthy of all their money and stuff like that. And this new uncle said, he wasn't going to give her anything. He had told her, he had lied to her, or she thinks he lied to her, saying there was no money in at all left in the estate, and he was living high off the hog. So, and then Clive, who Lily has met in a previous book, who Lily used a little bribery to get information from this gentleman. Now he comes to her with Sarah and says to her that if she doesn't help Sarah, he will let the world know that she was involved in this bribery thing, and he will blackmail her. So he's using blackmail to get Lily to follow through with this. So that's just not right there. And Lily is just very livid about the whole thing. There is also a second story, which we ignore for quite a long time. And I wish I'd written down the page numbers, but I didn't. Simon Page is our magistrate or Bow Street runner or head Bow Street runner. And his daughter comes to Lily and says that her neighbor is growing wolfsbane, and she thinks she's is doing premeditated murder in trying to grow the wolfsbane. And it's ignored for several chapters, and I wish I've written down the particulars, but that's basically the sum of it. That the guy's daughter thoroughly, absolutely believes that this woman is going to kill people with her wolfsbane. And in the meantime, Simon's busy with the case, and he doesn't realistically believe his daughter. And I brought this up once before with the James Patterson Alex Cross series, where Ali told his father he thought he saw a zombie in the house, and his father really didn't believe him. But later on, upon investigation, he learned that yes, there was an intruder in the house. Someone had invaded his house. And I went off on the fact that Alex did not believe his son when his son told him there was somebody in the house. And his father wrote it off as that his son was seeing things because he was sleepy. And I sat there the whole video screaming that Alex should have paid attention to his child. On the other hand, since the video was garbled, you probably couldn't understand any of that. And I hope this video is not garbled, because I am just so stressed out about the garbledness, and that no one will help me or do anything to assist me. It's just, all right, I'm sorry. I have to get off my soapbox. So then we have, so Simon Page, the Bow Street runner, or the magistrate guy. So he does his investigation, and then Jack and Lily do their investigation. And one of the things that Sarah wants them to do is break into her uncle's house and steal the will. They want to see the will, and they won't do it themselves. They want Sarah to do it. So it just so happens a day or so later, the uncle is having a ball. So they use the excuse, and they go to the ball, and they search the house for the will, and they do not find it. But they find other documentation that gives them questions, but they do find the name of the solicitor. So Lily brings the information to Sarah, saying, here's the solicitor's name. Contact the solicitor and see what he has to say about the situation. So I'm very sorry I did not write down the page, because I usually like to share the information. But they go to the Bow Street, the solicitor, and he confirms that the will was changed. However, Sarah is still entitled to a huge bulk of the estate. The brother was going to get some part of the estate, but she was going to get the rest of it. However, in the course of the investigation, spoiler alert, her uncle gets killed. And Clive gets arrested for the murder, and he spends most of the book in Newgate. And sometimes Lily believes that Sarah may have killed her uncle, because when she kills her uncle, she becomes the sole heir and gets everything. So there's a motive for murder right there. So you will have to forgive me for not taking, I took 10 notes, but I didn't print them out. But so the thing is does Sarah have a motive behind all this? Does she have a reason to kill her uncle for all that money? does Clive have a reason to kill the uncle for all that money? And when Sarah finds out that Clive tried to blackmail Lily, she blows a gasket and breaks up with Clive. And who killed the uncle? And what happens with Lily and Jack? They're starting a little bit of a tentative romance here. It's not, I don't know if there's substance to it or not as of yet. I'm thinking the author is headed that direction and it may take a few books to get going. But then eventually towards the end of the book or the middle of the book, Lily decides to investigate Fanny's questions about her neighbor with the wolf's bane. And I didn't see the connection. You will not. The revelation at the end of the book is mind-blowing. You did not see it coming. That's one of the things that makes this book good, is that you did not see the ending coming. There's a few. There's a few twists at the end. A couple that you might have seen coming, that there was some hints. But there's one that you did not see coming. It's such a huge twist. It's what makes the whole book. It just twists everything. It comes out of nowhere. You didn't see it coming. It's very surprising because people are attempting to kill Lily and Jack too throughout the book. And it's just like, oh my God. So please check out this book. It's a really good book. And please keep your fingers crossed that the audio, I don't know if the audio is good or not until I play it back. So we'll see what happens. So A Scandal in Mayfair, and I'm pretty sure this is book 5. The Body in the Garden, Silence in the Library, Death at the Manor, and Murder at Midnight. And we did Murder at Midnight back in January, so please go check out those videos. We've done all of them because I'm a serious person. So please check those out, and please hit the like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this book because the mystery is just so, the twist at the end just is mind-blowing. Have a good one.